Ah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Last Defense Academy. And where we last left off, we solved the mystery. We figured out who the murderer is, or at least who the murderer of Kako is. Because there's still multiple more mysteries to be solved. Who is the person who wrote the 2 messages on the board? Who is the person who murdered Gaku? Who is the person who murdered Sir? I assume those are all one person, but it's very possible that it's more than one person. And if it is one person, is it all just this Mr. X that Shoma has told us about? Who is Mr. X? At this point, I think we can safely rule out it's Mr. X can't be Takamaru, Tsubasa, ourselves, or who was the 4th person on the roof? Was it Nozomi? Was it? I forget who the 4th person was on the roof during the last episode. But because Shoma said he was with Mr. X at the time that he stabbed himself, and Mr. X was the one who picked up the evidence, I feel like we can safely rule those 4 out. So we're not Mr. X, we might not be the killer. Maybe. I can never rule myself out because of paranoia. We are at day 51. And we're halfway through this route, I assume, because I assume we're going to go all the way to day 100. With probably a few more fainting episodes in there.
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Thank you, sir.
Prepare to spend...
Guys! Wake up! Something's happened!
Oh, come on! We solved the mystery. Why is there more stuff? Okay, what else is happening? Is someone dead? Something else on the board? Upon hearing the loud cry, I dashed out of my room. Great. What happened? What's going on? I was up early, so I went to check on Shoma and... Oh no. Oh, Shoma. Poor Shoma. Before I forget it in my brain, I did have a theory on Mr. X. We did go... In this route, I don't think we went back to Second Last Defense Academy to check on Nago. What if the Time Traveler one already went to Nago, put them back together, and that is... maybe created them into Mr. X? I don't know. Nago's just high on my suspect list at this point. But really, I have no evidence for anyone right now. Anyway, back to find out what horrible thing has happened to Shoma. Shoma, he... What happened to him? Come with me, quickly. We knew where we were going. Everyone made a mad dash for the courtyard. Ran through the 2nd floor hallway, burst into the courtyard, and ran towards the cage without stopping. Oh. Not again! So we're going to have all the evidence pointing at Ima this time? Were the face marks on there last time? I think the face marks were on there last time.
Shoma!
She grabbed at the gate and tried to open it.
It is still locked and will not budge. Doesn't Takumi have the key?
Hold on, I'll unlock it now.
Don't worry, I'm not the killer. Trust me. Maybe. I dug the key out of my pocket, slotted it into the keyhole. Once the gate was unlocked, I opened it and went inside. Alright. Is this K then? Because in the other timeline, Ito got out of the cage and said, yeah, I'm just going to say K did it. K let me out. So K has a copy of the key. Is that copy of the key from another timeline? Is it Haruko? Ah! Is it me from another timeline? Dang it! I can't eliminate myself as a suspect ever. I immediately ran to Shoma and touched his neck, checking for a pulse. Something felt off.
It's wet.
What?
I touched his clothes and they were wet as well. Are we not talking about the blood? You know, the liquidy blood?
Well, is he alive or not?
I already checked that. As you can clearly see, he's already...
Maybe we can still revive him if we bring him to the infirmary like last time.
Since I had touched the body, I knew already. Too much time passed. But I decided to go
Yeah.
along with him anyway.
We should try that.
Why did you deliver it like that? We should try that. Why did you deliver that in the most raspy, mean, evil way as possible? Cause of death. Hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death. Day 51 between... Oh, we have a different timeline between 2 and 5 this time. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 8 inches long. Too much time passed since his death, and without enough cryptoglobin present in the body, impossible to revive. Luckily, I didn't use him much in combat, so feel good about that. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood became heavy.
The hell is going on here? How'd the killer get to Shoma when the cage was locked?
Takumi, did you lock the door last night? Easy murder solved. Now for the hard mode. Great. Yeah, I did. No one could have stolen the key from me while I was sleeping. Although we know from another timeline that Yugamu is capable of slipping things in and out without people noticing. So if this door was opened with the key from this timeline, as they have established there is only one, the suspects are me and Yugamu. So either we don't have information, or there's a key from another timeline here. I know I'm repeating myself, but the key is unique. It cannot be copied.
Well, that narrows down the list of possible suspects to just Takumi, right?
Don't you ever get tired of just mindlessly repeating the same thing? No, I don't either, because I think I might have done it too.
Hey!
Aren't we overlooking the other possibility? You know, he stabbed himself like last time.
This time, in a way that would be impossible for us to revive him. That's the other possibility. Like, X could have just slipped a knife in there, let him do it, and had Shoma toss him the knife like before.
I can't think of any other reason why he'd wind up dead in a locked cage in the middle of the night.
Well then, who supplied him with said knife? It has to be X, right? If it was X, they should have passed him some Gavinel and a syringe.
Yeah, ain't no one strong enough to keep mutilating yourself like this without being drugged to hell.
He could have used one of the bottles that had been stolen previously. Yeah, Yugamu said I think he said multiple bottles had been stolen. We moved Shoma's remains to the morgue. Now 4 bodies are lying there. At Aima's request, we made sure that Kako and Shoma's bodies were not placed to each other. No problem, we can do that. Aima walked up to Shoma's dead body and stared at it for a long time. We need to make sure we check the back. I'd like to know if, can we check the back, like, today? Instead of, like, a few days from now? You got what you deserved. A little mean, but yeah, I get it. After that, we investigated the courtyard together. By combing every inch of the area, we found no trace of knife or syringe. The only thing we found was... a balloon? It was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out if it was related to the case, I stuffed it in my pocket. What? Didn't the last like, was he a drug mule or a knife mule? No, if the balloon wasn't burst, then he's probably not a knife mule. Sorry, way past dinner time. Seeing that none of us had any appetite after all this, we just skipped the cafeteria and gathered in the rec room. Give me free time to investigate and upgrade my stuff. Like, in the next 50 days, I'm hoping we have one free day. This makes it 3 people who lost their lives because of X. We don't know for sure if X had anything to do with Shoma's case yet.
Of course they did. We'd better be serious in trouble if it wasn't X. Because that would mean that there are 2 killers of X's caliber. They're running around free.
So, who do you think X might be? Everyone fell silent. This was one question that I was dreading the most. It seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night, we'd all been kind of avoiding that thing. But it's time to face reality. Killed myself and turned to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you still have the organic life detection advice?
Oh.
12. The exact number as the people present keep. That means...
Somebody among us
Among Us.
is X.
Let me look at everyone to try and do the rule outs. It could have been someone who came in midnight and left the school before the sun came up. Sadly, that's not possible. The device comes with a history log. At 4 a.m. last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. Ah, so Shoma was murdered at 4 a.m. last night. Yeah? Miss Magadori, we are discussing something more important. No, that's still important information. If we can get the exact time of death, that's freaking great. The number reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life, but after that, it neither went up nor down, proving that no one came to the school or left it, correct? Alright. Gotta look at everyone here. So that number never changed. So I think I have to rule out my other world theory. I don't think someone jumped, if that is the case. I'm going by the information they give me, and I have to believe that is correct information right now. Otherwise, my theories are going to go absolutely even more insane. So X has to be one of us. And if I believe Shoma's testimony that X was there when Shoma killed himself the first time, it cannot be me, Tsubasa, Takamaru. Who was the 4th? Who am I forgetting was there? There was a 4th person there. Not Durumi, not Ima. I don't think it was Kiyashika. I don't think it was Karara. Not Eva. Moko? I think it was Moko. So not Moko. So that leaves... Okay. It could be Nozomi. Nozomi, Haruko are the top candidates. I can't overlook Durumi because the giant target theory. Kiyashika might be the most surprising to me in this one. Although she has been, not out of character, but the fact that she stole Karara's hat and was kind of deceitful about something like that, just a little thing like that just felt so out of character for the Kirishika. I thought I knew. Karara is a possibility. I don't think it's Ima. I don't think it's Ima. Not Ima unless there's multiple people working together. Doubt it's Ima, and I guess Yugamo, so. Right now, my bet's it's actually on Nozomi right now. Why would Nozomi do it, though? Well, the information about there only being one key came from Haruko, and if anyone lied about that, it could be her, so... We're all screwed if we don't do something. X starting to kill us all in that message, and they're doing just that. The more we put this off, the more people will be dropping dead. I agree with the part about doing something, at least.
Hey, Takumi, you're the leader. Come up with something.
Maybe. How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3?
Huh?
Didn't someone mention that 3's a risky number? Not because your 2 other teammates could be working together. But the situation has changed. According to Shoma, X is just one person. That's right. So a group of 3 should be fine.
Uh,
What about at night?
Feels like that's the main thing. So far, all of them were taken out at night.
Then we should... What are we shooting? What are we shooting? Sleepover? Sleepover! Done and done. Are we all going to be sleeping here from now on?
How bland and boring. Getting evacuation center vibes here.
Would you prefer bland and boring or dead and in a ditch? We have used curtains to drive the area up into divide the area into rooms so everyone will have some semblance of privacy. Is this really gonna work? What if the killer strikes while we're sleeping? In fact, that's why we're avoiding sleeping in one spot until now, right? Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. What you mean? 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate 1 person every hour. Alright. That's not going to get overly complicated for solving mysteries at any point.
And if anything happens, just shout. That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin is gonna thank me.
Looks like we agreed then. The arrangement should stop X from causing any further harm, and we should be safe. Now, we just have to continue our investigation, expose X's identity before they try anything. Just one other thing that's bothering me. Jomo was killed today, and I saw his body with my own eyes, which... Why did we mention the wet thing? What did wet mean? Was there a water balloon? No, the balloon was whole. It couldn't have been a water balloon.
What? Okay.
Up and Adam Troop, get ready for your 75th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Sure, we're doing that. Nothing happened. No one's dead. And we've had a pleasant time just rotating.
Prepare to spend a...
Yeah, just 25 days ago. I was expecting to be like, okay, well, today's stream will probably get to like day 75 and something will happen then. Yeah, so I guess stream's over. Bye, everyone. Maybe we actually will finish this route today, or at least get a ending on this route. I woke up at the sound of the morning announcement. First thoughts crossed my mind at this time was, not again, along with a sense of resignation. Looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few seconds to realize I was Did I faint? Did I actually faint for 25 days? I stood up from my makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain, and stepped outside. Talk to me. We passed out for 25 days. Right? He awakens!
I ain't one to sweat the small stuff, but you kinda gave us a scare this time.
You were out for 23 whole days.
Is that a new record?
For the love of murder. I turned slowly to look at everyone, then said, Alright, everyone's alive! Woohoo! Thanks to your last words. My last words?
For us to move in groups during the day and sleep together at night. Remember, those were the instructions you gave us on day 51?
We've been able to survive all this time because of them. X hasn't had the opportunity to strike. I guess that also means X is still here. Guess we still don't know who they are. If we did, we would have thrown them into the cage and tossed away the key already. Well, now that I got a better look at them, I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one person. They've spent the last 23 days under a crushing weight of such thought, and it's no wonder that fatigue is starting to show. Oh, right, there's something you need to know. What is it? 10 days ago, we met the boy with the undying flames. Hey, he showed himself! He hasn't snuffed out, yeah. Yes, he was feeling very unwell, but he said he just had to tell us something. What was that? I recently found out there's something called a distress signal transmitter somewhere in the school. Really? It was put here in the event of all but one member of Team 1 dying. Only Team 1, though, because the two teams joined together had not been anticipated. The people on the satellite did not think Team 2 would ever come here? What? We have all, like, the rooms upstairs. We have Sir's message for the last 10 days with everyone's faces that's already pre-recorded. Clearly they thought Team 2 was joining us eventually. At any rate, no matter how strong they were, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win the war on their own. Instead, that survivor would be extracted and put on standby while the people put in charge put together a fresh team for a new attempt. Once the correct series of codes had been entered into the transmitter, it would transmit a distress signal. Once the artificial satellite received it, they would send a rescue craft to the school. The survivor would get on board and be taken back to the satellite. That is supposed to be the sequence of event. What? Sir Nago and the people of the satellite are not always lying. Sir cares about the kids. Aw, Sir is a nice guy, even though he won't give me presents on day 50 now. Ooh, just because you got murdered once and attempted murdered once means we don't get presents. Sir's a jerk. Also, the rescue craft does not have a capacity restriction. That means people from both teams 1 and 2 can board with no issue. Second to last Defense Academy does not have a transmitter, so bringing the team over here was definitely the right move. Unfortunately, I do not know where that transmitter is located. Still, it seemed to me like this information could be of some use to me. So, like, if one person's left, they're going to get a message about this? I assume, because otherwise, how the heck are they supposed to find any other code? Like, there must be, like, some... There must be something for only one person is alive. But if that's the case, why not just have if one person's alive, it automatically sends? Whatever. I guess they have to assume that Sir would have eventually told them about this. That is why I came to tell you about it. Distress signal transmitter. I haven't heard of such a thing in any timeline before. Making note of that. Get off my grocery page, get back to my 100-line notes. Under Who is X? Distress signal transmitter. Something to be paranoid about in the future. I love this game. Same here. After hearing that, we split into groups to search for the transmitter, but we still haven't found it. Doesn't matter. We'd have to put the transmitter on the back burner for now. Finding the identity of X is the top priority. X was most likely to be the one to kill Shoma. Or they could have ordered someone else to do it like they did on Kako. At any rate, X was absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we find out who X is. Alright. I clenched my fists tight. Haruko Tsubasa, come with me. What? Where? To the courtyard. I'm going to reinvestigate the scene of Shoma's murder. Again, I really wish we could have checked Shoma's body. I wanted to check his back. For the heart thing. Very well. I don't mind, but... What's that? Can we have breakfast first? I'm kind of starving. Yay, food. Someone who actually cares about that sort of thing. And thus, Haruko Tsubasa and I went to the courtyard together after having breakfast. Why did you ask us to come along? I can't go against my own last words, can I? Oh, the part about sticking together. Why choose us? No reason in particular, just kind of felt like it. Felt like? I thought we were destined to be together in a different timeline. One of us could very well be X. Well, then it'll be a 2-on-1 fight. What if X tries to destroy the evidence in the investigation? I'm not worried. They would have kind of already done that while I was, knocked out. That would be true. Then what are we investigating? One question before I answer that. No one has an alibi for 4 a.m. on day 51, right? When Shoma was killed? Yes, we were all sleeping in our rooms. Well, Eva was in Ito's room, but you know what I mean. What about the murder weapon? Are any other clues? So far, we haven't found anything. That case, the fastest way to identify X is to see who could have possibly killed Shoma under the circumstances. There doesn't seem to be blood by the I'm assuming this picture is completely accurate. So I'm assuming it can't be a situation where, like, Jomo was standing beside the bars getting stabbed. It had to happen in the middle of the cage. Killer likely used a special method to kill Shoma while he was locked in the cage. Figuring out what the method was could break the case wide open. Who could have done it, and was thus the best line of investigation to you? Another random thing I need to say before my brain forgets it, because I don't think I've said it out loud. Does the detection device, like, if there were 2 Hirokos in this timeline, would that still only count as 12 because maybe 2 people count as the same thing? Just need to get that out there, because I just need to get it out of my head. I'm not going to rely on that. I'm not going to focus on different timelines right now. I'm going to assume that the mystery is one of the 12 right now until I get evidence otherwise. How exactly are we going to do that? The place is so big, I have no idea where to even start. We need some kind of clue first. If there were 2 Hirokos, it would go up. It detects large life forms, not specific people. Okay, good to know. There is a clue. Joma's body was wet when we found it, remember? I think finding out why may very well be the key to solving the case. Like, did they fill up the balloon and just, like, squirt at him? I feel like there would have been, like, a blood trail, because, like, if, like, they were trying to use water to, like, squirt the knife over, I feel like there would be more of a trail, so I don't think it's that. Why was he wet? Walked over to the courtyard fountain. There was a valve with a handle on the side, probably for adjusting the amount of water. I opened it completely. Then a frightening amount of water gushed out, making the fountain look like a geyser. That column of water went up the air and came down like a downpour. Here comes the rain, falling down on me. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve, and soon the water slowed considerably, went back to normal. Okay, that was close. That's a my bad. That's a my bad. What exactly are you trying to do? Wow, I was standing way over here. I'd be wet by now if I'd been closer. Next, I checked the central drain. It was more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into the tunnel. There's a large handle here as well. I turned the handle, and a wall came down from atop the tunnel, sealing up the drain. I hope it gives me a better visual, because I'm having a hard time picturing what they're describing. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Hiroko and Tsubasa staring at me in confusion as I proceeded to the next destination. The cage where Shoma was held. We already checked every last inch of the cage. There are no hidden tunnels underneath, and the bars are as strong as they can be. No scratches on the lock either. No trace of anything had been tampered with. Hinges on the gate also untouched. As I'm listening to them, my eyes wandered to the top of the cage. Officially, the cage is an animal pen. I think it was supposed to be modeled after a bird cage. I mean, you see the ring suspended from the top there? What about it? Can we lift the cage? Instead, lowering my glance at the top of the cage, something caught my eye. The cage isn't secured at the floor. It's a bottomless cage. But the cage is impossible to move manually. It literally weighs a ton. How do you know that? Well, there was a blueprint of the courtyard in the war room and that had some information on it. Okay. So this thing weighs 1 ton. That reminds me. Do you know this courtyard was originally created as a biotope? Biotope? I don't think I know that word. Biotope for space development research? Like, I feel like I would hear the word biome for that, but what's... Alright. Internet. Educate me, please. Biotope. Ignore the AI. Area of uniform environment condition providing a living space for... Biotope is almost synonymous with the term habitat. Okay, good to know. as a habitat for space development research.
Uh,
I'll try to keep that. Okay, thank you for doing what I needed. You knew what I was going to need. That. Thank you, Tsubasa. I'll try to keep the explanation brief. It's said that before World Death, Earth was full of like different kinds of terrain, like arid and rainforest, and each one of those regions was inhabited by living things unique to that area, including plants, microorganisms, vertebrae. Are they saying that like this place can be like transformed into different different biomes? For research purposes, this place had originally been created as a perfect replica of the ecosystems those creatures had been living in. That's why there are blasts of hot air to simulate desert environment and can also withstand atmospheric pressures at times Earth rains. But wouldn't that amount of pressure cause the windows to break? What are you talking about? Those things over there aren't windows. They're all display screens, including the ceiling. Look carefully. You'll see the light flickering every once in a while. I have not been looking. There's no way the sky can be visible from here. We're in the middle of the school. Literally, like, this is the second floor in the middle. Oh. I guess that's right. I never really thought of it. I also didn't think, like, it was actually a sky. I never actually looked at the top part of this room. Oh, but what about the exits on both sides connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressure can escape from those exits whenever it gets too high, right? Thank you for being smarter than I am when it comes to those things.
Oh.
Those places were closed in the beginning. Covered by partition walls, don't you remember? Oh yeah. They opened up after Sir released them. In other words, as long as the walls on those exits and drains are down, the courtyard is completely sealed space. Completely sealed. Are you done here? Shall I return to the gym? One more thing. A balloon?
Oh.
The one we found during the investigation. Why was it so close to the cage? I got no idea. Hardly imagine it being someone's personal belongings. The more likely is that someone made it using the Gift-O-Matic. Gift-O-Matic? We'll definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. Does the Gift-O-Matic have vlogs? In which case, I refuse to explain myself for the vibrator and Kiyoshika situation. Made our way to the rec room. Investigating the Gift-O-Matic resulted in a few discoveries.
Oh.
So in summary, the official name of this is the Sturdy Rubber Balloon. Is that like a Bolton? Did they use balloons to get the cage up? They could have used balloons to get the cage up. But if they did that, that doesn't explain why he's wet. Why would you need to make him wet? Why was the water screwed with? Because, like, his cause of death wasn't drowning. They obviously didn't use it to clean up the crime scene. It was made using very durable material. The description on the box mentioned it doesn't break easily. The balloon has a capacity of 10 liters. That would be quite big when blown out. According to history logs, looks like they crafted a total of 100 times! Who needs that many balloons? Okay, it was one... Okay, cage definitely lifted. Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out who created them. That data, and only the data, has been erased. So they erased that data, but they let us find this? After reviewing our findings, I put the balloon back in my pocket. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Oh yeah, the electric air compressor. Electric air compressor. Is it portable? Of course it is. It has caster wheels attached to it. Anyone can take it anywhere. Why do you ask? Sorry, gathering my thoughts. I'll explain it once I have a clearer picture. Well, I'm not clear what that second lever did that we did. Like, it created like a dam in like the sort of tunnel creek. Alright, we're solving mysteries. It blocked the drain. Okay, so it can block the drain, so I guess that would make it so it could flood easily. But Shoma didn't drown. Hopefully we get more information. If we don't get more information, I am 100% guessing. We returned to the gym together, where I immediately started sorting out my thoughts. And none of these hints, in my mind, point us towards any particular person. Oh boy, the day flew by as I did, and soon it was night. The time I asked everyone to meet has arrived. It was exactly 7 p.m. when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can we move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss." If it's straight up about to have us point at the accuser, I don't know. What is this important thing we had to all come here on? What is this important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss? Well, you see, you have all the evidence you need. Great! I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my
I
head.
figured out who killed Shoma.
I know we'll be able to redo it, but I'll be able to load it from the screen, but I need to do that out of paranoia. Why was he wet? And I don't see any evidence that points directly at a person. This one, legitimately, I'm stumped. First, we must answer the how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was inside the locked cage? Once we figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done all that. First, we must answer how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was in the locked cage? Once we figure out the how, the identity becomes apparent? Because only that person... Is it Ima because his hemo anima lets him fly and he could fly up there and attach balloons? Getting it wrong isn't ending. You don't reload that save if you want to... I know, I don't reload that save. I know, I just did it out of just paranoia from every single game I played, even though I know that's not how the actual physical mechanics of the game work. It just mentally resets me. Just cut to the chase and tell us who the killer is
All right.
already.
I'll tell you. The person who killed Shoma. It was. The name of that person is...
Person who killed Shoma is... It's a guess. I'm getting my first wrong ending on this one. I have to go with my theory that Mr. X cannot be Takamaru, it cannot be Tsubasa, and it cannot be... I don't know who it was. I think it was Moko. Told you it was time for the hard mode. Yeah, we're in hard mode. Like, Ima's the one with the most motive as of now. And I think he had the most ability due to being able to fly up and attach the balloons. But I don't know why he flooded. Why he potentially flooded the area. Check guide. Can't check guide. Like, do I have a court record? They were obviously okay with us finding out about the balloons. Okay. Tsurumi is a possibility because on day like 25 or whenever the first murder went down with Shoma, or whatever the heck day that was, she was in the Gift-O-Matic room. She was in that room. I'm trying to, like, there's been no other, like, major moments where they said this person was in this room. Darumi being in that room is one of the few clues I've got. I don't know why it was flooded. The thing said he didn't drown. It said he was stabbed. But if he lifts the cage and just stabs him, he walks out with the weapon. What? Okay, one by one. Yoshika. How could she have done it? She's got the sword and could actually stab through there, but that's not the case. It wasn't stabbing through. 100 balloons were printed. Can I just blame Ito for everything? I have no evidence pointing to anyone, but Ima's the closest thing I have. I just have to accept I'm getting it wrong. Because I'm the one behind this. I think I just have to accept that I'm wrong, because I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to get a bad end because like Ima feels like the most obvious choice, but so it wouldn't be him. But the real killer is you, Ima Tsukumoto. Tsukumo. What are you talking about, Mrs. Samino? How in the world could I have done that? Allow me to explain. What you did was you yep. It's all very simple. You were thinking to high heaven. Of course he is. He's X after all. Now that I think about it, nobody got attacked whenever you were unconscious, right? Maybe he's trying to frame someone else to make the rest of us let our guard down. After that, he'll tell us there is no need to travel in groups or sleep together. Then he will commit another crime. So we brought this matter up in a futile attempt to shift suspicion away from him. It does make sense. Yes, it does indeed. One after another, they started voicing their agreement, and I was found myself unable to offer anything in rebuttal. Leave us no choice but to lock you up. Yep. Bad detective. In the end, I was detained by the others and locked inside the cage. What possessed me to say that? I don't know. Because I suck. I had no strength left but sigh. They couldn't have put me in the not murdered cage? Oh well. Only a little while later, my consciousness fled from me. Time for our first bad end. I had no idea how long I was unconscious. When I opened my eyes, I saw the cage had been unlocked. Unsure what that meant, I pushed the door open nervously and stepped outside, only to notice that someone was lying in the cage next to mine. I ran over to see who it was. No! I didn't even need to check. She was clearly gone. And the cage was unlocked. I went inside and touched her arm. It was cold. She was dead at least a few hours. Here? I stamped down my disquieted thoughts and quickly started searching for the others. We found our Yellow Submarine ending.
Yoshika!
Ow! They made you gray! I checked her body. She wasn't breathing, had no pulse. She was dead for a few hours. Welcome to the yep. It's the Uchikochi route, alright, because we got our Yellow Submarine ending. Thinking everyone might be in the rooms, I went to the roof. It was eerily silent, no signs. Still convinced There had to be someone around. I opened every single door to check. Takamaro's, Haruko's, Darumi's, they were empty. Kurara's was next, and I went inside and my glance fell on the bed, and lying there was...
No! Kurara too!
I checked her body. Like Eva and Kiyashika, she was cold
No,
to the
wait.
touch.
Maybe...
Clinging to a ray of hope, I decided to move Kurara's body to the infirmary, but... Too much time has passed since death, impossible to revive. All the monitors displayed. I have a bad feeling about this. A dark despondency pulled and congealed at the pit of my stomach. On the plus side, this kind of does eliminate me from being a suspect. Yay, even though I had eliminated myself already. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna keep telling myself and look around and find all the bodies. I reached the first floor. Upon stepping inside the mysterious room with no name, I saw...
Yugamu.
No need to even check on his body. I could feel an eerie chill crawling on... No, please check his body. The last place I visited was the garage. I pushed open the door and stepped inside, and then... Oh! Who are we missing? We're missing Moko? Is there anyone else? I felt nothing, not even sadness or despair. I simply turned over the bodies, mechanically and emotionally. Takamaro, Ima, Darumi, and Tsubasa's hearts had all been removed from the back. What? What about Haruko? Acting on a hunch, I peered underneath Haruko's clothing. Okay, her too. No longer capable of reasoning this thought, my mental faculties had been taken over by a thick, impenetrable fog. Stepping outside, I wandered around aimlessly for a while before coming to a stop in the schoolyard. Am I forgetting anyone besides Moko? I stood rooted to the spot in a daze for quite some time, then a passing, soundless breeze blew by. I took in the breeze. A slight sense of suspicion flashed through the back of my mind. How many dead bodies I find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. How many survivors were there, including myself? There were 12, which means I'm missing Moko. Nozomi. How did I forget Nozomi? Fought so hard in the defensive battles, everyone gave it their all. We even beat Veshnist. Are you talking about before, or did you actually not kill her early on? This was what we woke up to.
Takumi. You killed them all, right?
What?
We're the last 3 still alive. No one else but you could have done it.
Technically, we didn't check Yugamu's body. He might still be alive. Her accusations jolted my mind to action. I started to defend myself desperately.
No, it wasn't me! I went through the same ordeal too! My cage was unlocked when I woke up and I walked out to almost everybody dead!
You really think we'll believe you after what you've already done?
Who else could have done this, huh? Tell us!
Moko's right. 3 of us are the only ones still alive. So the reason one of us had to be the
Come on,
killer.
we're waiting! Who killed everybody if not you?
It was...
Oh, the paranoid part of my brain wants to pick Yugamu so bad. I want to pick Yugamu so bad. I hate that I don't remember who the 4th person on the roof was. Because that might have also been Nozomi, but I think it was Moko. Take 2. It was Nozomi. Because my brain might be wrong. My brain could easily just not remember who that fourth person is.
I'm sorry, Nozomi, but you're the only one who could have done this.
How could you even say such a thing? It wasn't me. It really wasn't me. Forget it. I don't care anymore. Everyone died like that. So I... You okay there, Nozomi? She screamed at the top of her lungs and ran off towards the wall of fire.
Nozomi!
Quickly followed her, and before long, we reached the wall of fire. But Nozomi didn't slow down. He continued running at full speed right into the wall of fire. That's healthy.
No!
At least we got this cool visual. This isn't what I wanted. I mean, all because I made a really bad accusation. Because of me, Nozomi. Hey, Moko, it's not you, right? You're my vanilla baby. You're a good person. No way, it's gonna be fine. I may still be able to make it. I'll save Nozomi. I will drag her out of the flames. And my body was already moving before I could even finish the thought. I launched myself into the fiery flames, and the very next moment, I was vaporized in an instant. My consciousness ceased just as quickly as my body reduced to ash. Wah wah. Turns out I suck. I solved the baby mystery easy enough. But I solved that one before they gave me the clue, though. I'll take slight credit. Mystery route. Alright, we have a name for the route, finally. And now I gotta put it on my rankings. A kind heart, well done. How do I rank that one? I love so many of the romance ones, but that last visual was great, and the title of this one helps it out. Where do I rank Mystery on the list? Because right now it's Tsubasa 1, Consolidation, Escape with Everyone. Do I rank? I think I rank those three above it. Next I've got Kurara. Do I like this better than Kurara? I don't think I do. And I don't think I like it as much as the Nozomi Confession, so I'm putting this ending 95. Mystery route. I have it right here. I need to make a sheet for actual stream so we can actually have this physically up somewhere. I need to remember to do that before next stream. Kind heart, well done. So, do I say it's me? Because I don't... Unless I'm misremembering, I don't see how it's Moko. I probably misremember. That is very easily what's happening here. But just for fun, let's just say it's us. Do I go with, like, the super crazy theories I had early on that is like, oh, we're being possessed by Ito?
I think I probably just didn't remember it.
Also, I don't want to believe it could be Moko. Because there's no way either of you could have done that. It means you must be right. It was... and you must have killed everyone, somehow without being conscious of it. On my shoulders and hung my head weakly. Immediately after. I know it! Moko said that. She reached behind her and took out a large butcher knife. Thanks, Moko. I deserve it. Next thing I knew, staring at my kneeling body, arms drooped lifelessly to the side. You got me in like one swipe up at the neck? Good job, Moko. How am I able to see my body from this angle? That was my last thought that ran through my mind before I blacked out completely. Alright. We are now 10 endings in. Mr. Route terminated Sumino. I think I like us accusing Nozomi and her running into the fire. I think I like that more, plus the pun was better for the title. So I guess we have to accuse Moko, so I guess it was Moko? What? Yeah, I've missed something. You know what? I like the harem, quote unquote, ending more than this one, so I'm gonna put that below that. Mystery terminated Sumino. About to be 11% done. If it's Moko, then I must have misremembered. Either that or this isn't X. This is just Moko's gone nuts. Or it's Yugamu. Because we didn't check his pulse. It may note we did not check his pulse. What you gotta say for yourself, Moko? My girl, my vanilla baby, what's happened to you?
You! Moko Mochiro!
You killed everyone. It had to be you. There's no mistake about it. No, no, no! No, 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 no! You okay there, Moko? Moko charged at me deliriously while brandishing a massive butcher knife. I instinctively grabbed her wrist, snatched the butcher knife away, and... Oops. I slashed her neck. Good for us. I feel like we shouldn't be able to do that, but she's gone mad, so I guess she doesn't have, like, total body control over that such a thing. I watched in horror as Moko collapsed on the ground. I killed her. I hadn't intended to, but it just happened. My knees are knocking against each other and my strength gave out and the butcher knife fell to the ground. Immediately afterwards.
Moko!
Sorry, Nozomi, for killing your best friend.
No!
Screamed at the top of her lung, dashed over. The knife had just fallen from my hand and was lying at my feet. He picked it up and swung wildly. Good job, Nozomi. No mysteries get solved in this route.
Nozomi, why?
was standing in front of me with an astonished look on her deathly pale face. I stared absently at her until my consciousness faded into nothingness. "11 down."
You told me that we should go a separate way, so now you're going
Do we think it was Moko? Because, like, I guess, like, those last 5 were, like, cut at the throat and could have been the knife. Route 94, Revenge for Moko. And I think I like that one even less than the last one. On a whole. It's fun that it's like, none of like this part of the mystery route has a satisfying ending. I am happy about that. But I think I still like we accuse Nozomi and she just vaporizes herself and we vaporize ourselves. So, we have to get it right. Who killed Shoma? Ah! There's another split here. How many are in the Shoma one? Okay, there's only one. Why are there 2? Oh. Oh, that sucks. I shouldn't have looked at that. I didn't think it would tell me the answer. That really sucks. I'm really annoyed that, like, the game does such a good job of hiding things. Like, it didn't even tell us the name of this was Mystery Route. And it just told us, like, yeah, it's one of these 2. Because, like, next, I would have gone, I probably would have done either Moku or Nozomi for the end of that one. And then I would have gone Yugamu, and then I probably would have gone Darumi. Before, and then I think next I would have gotten it wrong 4 more times before I got to one of the correct answers. So let's just accuse ourselves again. Sure, I'm the one behind this.
I don't have any memories of it, but the killer, it could very well have been me.
Yeah, like I've been saying all this time, right? Oh, did you not have any memories? It's simple. I just don't remember. But you cannot be the killer. I don't believe any of you could have done something so cruel.
Oh, son of a gun! I just realized how it happens. The mask. I don't know the motive. Son of a gun, I should have remembered the mask. That's how. That was the clue I should have remembered from last time. Dang it. So I thought of the mask. That it's still, I don't think it explains why the flooding, but it explains like how more easily it could have been done. Why only one person could have done it. It had to have been that person.
It had to have been Eva. I don't know why. But it's like, yeah, that's the one clue. They spent so much time talking about the atmospheric pressure thing. Dang it. Dang it. I should have focused on that more. Like, why would they talk about that? Because they mentioned that before. Also, I'm the only one who could have gotten inside since the key was with me. There are other reasons too. Nothing happened while I was unconscious, right? Plus, judging by the ending that I did get, she was in the cage. I can assume that she might have tried to murder someone else, and they caught her. That would make sense if I was the culprit. The cause of my fainting disease may have played a part as well. Traces of treatment found on damaged parts of the brain. Fainting disease likely developed as an after effect. Did you get this on your first try? Anyone out there who played this? Oh, so mad. I should have thought back to, like, the clues from the first time. I should have thought from clues from previously. I was only thinking of clues from this stream. I should have thought of the mask. It's just like, it escaped my mind. This is what I get for not playing this game every day. If I played this game every day, there's like a slight chance I would have thought of it. But those damaged parts have actually had to heal properly. I could have gotten up subconsciously at night and did all the things without being aware of it, right? That's why I'm saying it was probably me. Maybe. Then you leave us no choice but to lock you in a cell. Are you okay with that, Takumi? No! You're still trying to put up a fight even after you confess? I wasn't confessing, I'm just saying it's a possibility. But you were so confident you knew who the killer was. You are being utterly incoherent. Yeah, I am. Hold him down, everyone. Okay. Stop! Stay away from me, I said! Stay away! I screamed and started running. You son of a gun, you stop right there! I burst out of the room and into the hallway and just kept running. Some time passed. I was finally able to throw off my pursuer after running around the school haphazardly.
I'll be in danger if I stick around here. I should leave the school for a while and get my head together.
To the entrance hall, grabbed a fire extinguisher before sneaking inside. Before long, I arrived at the wall of fire. But someone was laying an ambush there. You are X. No! But you basically admitted it just now. I told you I was just throwing out possibilities. Save your excuses. Now I can kill you without regrets. What? Have you forgotten that I am an assassin? Wait, does that mean... Yugamo pulled out a dirk and walked towards me with a smirk on his face.
Stop!
No, Zomi. Right in the tummy.
Why?
I saw you, so I ran after you.
Yugamu! How could you do this? Hey, this wasn't my fault.
It kind of was. It's like mostly your fault. You could have easily done like a stretchy stab at me with your stupid stretchy arms. But now you tried to walk slowly with just the frickin' knife out there. Hey Jordan, how are you doing? You just got here in time for murder.
I was just trying to intimidate you. Killing you had never been my intention at all.
Whoopsie. And now we try to kill him. Let's try to kill an assassin. With our bare hands. That will surely go well for us. I charged at Yugama with a feral war and we grabbed hold of each other. We were struggling, we lost our balance, and our bodies careened into the wall of fire at the same time. Best time to come into stream. Yep, you have seen an ending, our 12th ending out of 100. Welcome in, Jordan. Very next moment, our bodies vaporized in the blink of an eye. My consciousness ceased just as quickly as my body reduced to ashes. So much mystery. We're solving mysteries, and by solving mysteries, I mean we're not really solving them, we're failing to solve them, and bad stuff's happening. Yeah, we're still a ways away, and I couldn't be happier, because I love this game. But, like, when we get the endings in chunks. So it's like, yeah, we're at 12 endings now, and we're definitely going to get at least 2 more during this stream. How do I feel about this on my ranking list? I enjoy that we actually kind of, like, went a little bit nuts, but still try to run away. I think that I like that more than us getting terminated. Do I like that more than the harem? I don't think so. I don't think I like that more than harem. So I am putting Route 97 above Route 96, but below 67. Mystery, dance in the purple flame. Alright. Making very good progress. And it looks like Mystery Route could end up being Route 100. Or maybe it's like it'll end at like Route 99 and there actually is a one true route that is ending 100. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out. But we have a split there, and unfortunately it spoiled us for us. But at least, like, my brain has come up with the reasoning for it. At least part of the reason why it had to be that person. But I do hate that the game actually spoiled that. I guess it helps people who don't want to keep doing blind guesses, but I'm just annoyed. I need to be careful. If I ever get in a situation like this where there are a lot of possible choices, I need to be careful where I hover the cursor. This is a lesson learned. If I know anything about these games, there's usually a true route. Yeah. We'll figure out how it goes. We've had Route 0. We gotta find Route 100. Is it in this route, though? It could be. Alright. Let's find the real killer of Shoma. The person who killed Shoma is, as the game spoiled for us, Eva. Because we gave her back her stupid mask. That led her to stupid, convoluted murder.
The real killer. You! Ava!
What are you saying, Takumi? I came to the school on day 21.
Yeah, you're not the other person, but you are the one who killed Shoma.
I couldn't have written the first threatening note or killed Gaku. That means I couldn't have been X.
Indeed.
What?
I didn't say you were X. What I said was you're the person who killed Shoma.
I did not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shut your mouth and just watch. I'll be exposing every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
I was able to do the Shoma one 0 problems because I had every aspect of that one already figured out. How's this one gonna work? Because I don't have everything figured out. Like, the only thing pointing me to her is how the room works and how the mask works. What's subjection? And beginner persuasion. What makes you think I am the killer? Before getting to that part, we have to explain how the murder took place. Shoma's dead body was found in the cage and he was stabbed multiple times. It means you had to figure out a way to get into the cage. But the door was locked. And you were the only person with the key, Takumi. Yeah, I did have the key. So, you couldn't have used it. Used another way to get inside. Another way.
Huh?
The key lies in the design.
The design? What are you talking about?
The cage is alive! Sadly, we are not in the cage's
The bottom
alive
part of
route.
the cage isn't secured in place.
It's just a heavy iron cage mounted onto a
I don't
base.
understand. That cage isn't secured in place.
No, it ain't. We have the power of up.
The cage could simply be lifted up.
So you went inside from the bottom. What nonsense is this, Takumi? How is it possible for anyone to lift such a heavy metal structure? True. That cage weighs a ton. It's not something anyone can move with their bare hands. Wait, aren't you contradicting yourself?
You claimed I lifted it up, but now you're saying it's too heavy to be lifted?
Buoyancy,
Is there even
that's
any way
why
to
it
do that?
flooded. That's why you need to flood it.
You used.
And he didn't drown because he doggy paddled. Yeah, we didn't need helium. That's why we never mentioned helium with the balloons. Or any other gas. Son of a gun! That's right. You made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains. Then you flooded the entire place. There's a fountain there, right? You opened up the valve fully to release an enormous amount of water through the nozzle, turning it into something like an erupting geyser or opening the dam. You left the fountain valve wide open for a while to fill the space with water. I am sorry. Your explanation was outrageous. I couldn't help but be amused. Takumi, do you not know how powerful water pressure can be? Even if we assume the water was released into the environment after covering up openings, some would leak out because those walls would be under constant pressure. Nope, not happening. That's not how this place was designed because the courtyard was constructed for a certain
Special
purpose.
purpose? What special purpose?
A race of gigantic humans.
This place was a biotope to be used for space development research.
It was designed to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures many times Earth range. At least that's what Tsubasa told me, so if I'm wrong, it's Tsubasa's fault. Well, yeah, that's right. And that is why it's impossible for water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, the place became filled with water. And considering the water flow of that fountain, it took about 3 hours for that water to rise to the top of the cage. Chumel was killed at 4. Counting back from that time brings us to 1 a.m. for the approximate time that the water started accumulating. Even if you are right, the entire cage is made of iron. It literally weighs a ton.
It wouldn't shift around simply from being submerged in water. Buoyancy doesn't work that way.
Hardy rubber balloons? No, sturdy rubber balloons. Those balloons were not late. The balloons were on
Using
time.
sturdy Rubber balloons.
Rubber balloons. Once they can be filled with air to a capacity about 10 liters, you inflated 100 of these balloons and put them in the cage. To be more precise, you put the deflated balloons into the cage first before inflating them. Archimedes' principle states that upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. Yeah, I totally know that. Yeah, I knew about that one. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters equals 1,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward force. That cancels out the weight of the cage, reducing it to near zero. You barely needed to use a single finger to lift it then. You were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. 110-liter rubber balloons, that's just not... It would have been impossible for me to inflate so many balloons. How could anyone have done that?
A certain tool. Well, what tool was it then?
It was the power of gamma rays. You became the Hulk.
The bicycle tire pump in the parking lot. It's an electric air compressor.
It's mounted on wheels and can be easily moved. Using that would make it a literal breeze to fill up all those balloons. I see. That method does make it possible for the cage to be lifted up while it was submerged in water. But don't you find it strange? If the cage had been underwater that long, Shoma would have drowned. Yet the Revivomatic stated his cause of death was hemorrhagic shock.
Doesn't that conflict with the sequence of events you've laid out? If your deduction holds true, Shoma would have drowned.
It didn't. The whole thing didn't need to be submerged. Thank you for actually bringing up this point. I needed this brought up. Water only had to stop just below the topmost part of the cage for it to work. Discharging water equal to the volume of the cage itself created the buoyant force needed, and Shoma kept his head above the water surface and breathed through his mouth, gaping and gasping for air the whole time. You took the opportunity to lift the cage while underwater, slip inside, and stab him multiple times. What happened to the water in the courtyard? You opened up the drain?
Then the courtyard should have still been wet when we discovered Shoma's body. But was it wet? No.
Creating the desert environment.
You used blasts of hot air to dry the place up.
I need them to address, like, how the blood was pulled the way it was. That's, like, the last thing of this that I don't get. I mentioned just because presumably she was intimidated by X as well. I mentioned just now that the courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development. Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment, which means it has the ability to blast hot wind around. After draining the water away, you activate that setting to dry the courtyard. And due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry up completely. When we first discovered Shoma's body, it was actually still damp. It was dry enough, though. Plus, we were all distracted by, you know, the whole dead body thing. Why we failed to notice the remaining wetness. Only thing we did notice is that his body was damp. Fine, I understand. This is utter foolishness. Let me summarize what you were trying to say. I went underwater, lifted up the cage, stabbed Shoma multiple times while he was gasping for air. Then I dove underwater again, turned the valve to open. I am neither a diver nor a mermaid. We could get the art done for it, though. We could make you a mermaid. Even if I was an expert at holding my breath.
A regular person would struggle to do even one of the things you're accusing me of. And underwater at that.
And that's why it could only have been you.
No. It's absolutely possible.
You used your mask. Tsubasa told me about it. There's a miniature air tank in there, and it allows you to use it as a sealed gas mask. You can breathe up to 30 minutes using it like that. Oh yeah, I did say that. Never thought it'd work underwater, though.
Yes, I remember now. My mask did have a function like that. But someone stole it from me. That person must be the real killer.
You're the only one who can use the mask.
That has to be it. I know I am right.
You've been cornered and you know it, Ava. Just admit that you're the one behind this. Your mask was unique. It's custom made to fit a specific shape. According to Tsubasa, you're the only one who can wear it.
And Tsubasa's not the killer, I hope, and isn't lying about this.
You were right, Ava. This isn't a crime that a regular person could have committed. Only a diver, mermaid, or someone with that particular mask could have done it.
No one here's a mermaid, right? I just need to be I need to double check. Can I see all of your feet? Oh,
Ergo, the person who could wear that particular mask is the culprit. And only one person in this world can put on that mask. That person is standing right in front of me. It's none other than you, Ava! You're the only one who could have killed Shoma!
No! No! No!
yes.
No!
Yes. I was like, wait, I'm pressing the button. Why isn't it happening? Poor Ava. This is not the route for you. I'm sure we'll get an Ava route in the future, but not today. Takumi, you're right. I killed Shoma. The method of and flow of events was as you've deduced. I have nothing to add. Just like the way the blood pool really threw me off. Like, I wish the blood hadn't pooled like that. I wish like there wasn't blood. If there wasn't blood, I feel like I would have. There was a chance I would have been able to reach this conclusion, maybe. It's like the way the blood pool just threw me off so much. Have I done something wrong? I too have been threatened by X. I had no choice. When did you meet X? A short time before 1 a.m., day 51, just before the murder, I heard a knock on my door. And you opened it? Yes. Why? We thought that it might be X outside the door did flash through my mind. But I am not part of STU. I wasn't even here when you saw the note. I assumed I could not be on his radar. Well, what did X say?
I have the remote detonator that will trigger the bomb inside your body.
Everyone has one of those. Tsubasa literally gave one to everyone.
Here it is, in case you think I'm lying. I'm going to give you some instructions now, but you don't have much time. Follow my orders quickly, or else. Should you go against me, or tell the others about my existence, I will detonate the bomb in your body immediately.
This one we know is no bluff. Wait, what's going on? How'd X get their hands on the detonator?
Huh?
Maybe they stole it from one of us. No, X said they obtained it through proper channels from Tsubasa herself. Because we know that X has to be one of us. And Tsubasa gave everyone bomb detonations in the stupidest thing that has happened in this game so far. No. Duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi. So if, like, Tsubasa hasn't given us one, then that actually means that we can't be X. Even though I don't think it's possible for us to be X already. Yay! Even more evidence. Now we're 100% sure X is one of us. No, I don't think you can remove me from that list. I passed the first detonator to Haruko and never got it back, and haven't received a duplicate from Tsubasa yet. That is fair, Sir Takumi shall be taken off the list of suspects. Everyone else started scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring to even move their bodies. Only their eyes. Eva, just one thing. Yes? You said they'd blow you up if you told the others about him, right? Yes? And that's what you're doing now. You good? Why hasn't X blown you away yet? I believe they could if they wanted to. The device is small enough to fit in the palm of someone's hand. It could be hidden in a sleeve, or their chest, or around the waist. It would be easy to simply press the button at the opportune moment. But X cannot do that for one reason. They're here. And what's that? Takumi, do you remember what I told you about the bomb mechanism before? I remember. Anyone standing in a 25-yard radius. 25! That makes the blast diameter the length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Basically the length of this courtyard. That's why X ain't pressing it. Because they'll get caught in the blast too! It's not like they can simply run away. Taking such an action is a good way to admit you are X. That's why X got their hands tied. This is the perfect opportunity. For what? For us to get more information about X from Eva. Since they can't blow her up, we can ask anything. Great idea. Eva, do you know anything about X, their height, body shape? They were dressed in the outfit Shoma described and used a voice changer. It is not possible to discern who they were by looks and voice, but... Eva looked down. A short, hesitant silence later, she spoke again. What are we learning? Give me a clue.
Actually, I figured out who X is.
Gasp! How'd you figure that one out? By their mannerisms. Their mannerisms. You know how some people will subconsciously touch their chin or play with their hair when talking about something. Those sorts of mannerisms. They tried really, really hard to hide it. But I still managed to pick up on them. Who's X?
All right, I will tell you.
And nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing's going to prevent her from saying who she thinks it is.
X is. The real identity of X is.
Suddenly a sense of dread washed over me, and my mind just started to work overtime as I went through all the possibilities. Maybe X really would press the button now. Everyone thinks X won't do it because it means blowing themselves up, but if their identity was revealed, it's the end for them anyway. Might as well prefer to die with everyone in the blast. But in that case, why aren't they pressing the button? Are they banking on the possibility that Eva might say the wrong name? If she did, X could just sit back and watch the show without doing anything. If she really said X's real name, they could just press the button. Might be dangerous for Eva to say the name out loud. Even if she gets it right, everyone would die. I'm probably overthinking things. Nothing bad's gonna happen. X could just be hesitating because they're afraid. What do? What should I do? There was literally no time to hesitate. My final decision is... we have her hide it and make ourselves look suspicious. Do we shut Eva up? We're being paranoid. We're gonna shut Eva up.
Ava, stop! Don't say anything.
What are you up to now? Wherefore have you stopped her? Explain my reasoning to the others. I get it. You afraid X may just try to take us all down with them? At that, all of a sudden we heard... Why are you laughing? All of a sudden, I don't like you very much, Eva. Eva burst out laughing, to everyone's astonishment.
Mind sharing the joke with the rest of the class?
Darumi's thrown off. If Darumi's freaking out, this is a bad sign.
The joke is how you are all being so obtuse.
No, I'm acute.
What?
It's the same.
Acute-y.
What is your ultimate destiny?
Wait, are you?
I shouted, but it's too late. Tensed her little finger and pulled it without any hesitation. Boom! Duck and cover! Get in the pool! Get in the water! So, that went poorly. Paranoid, not always an asset. But it's how I live my life. You're at 98. Pinky Promise. Dang it. Great name. Great name. Where do we rank it? Where do I rank? Here we actually solve the mystery, but die anyway. I think the dying anyway does put it down a little bit. I'm going to put it below the Dance of the Purple Flame. The mystery, Pinky Promise. Dang it, Eva. Save there. We have a title. 13 out of 100 ending. So I guess we're not going to shut Eva up. After decision? So after, like, the last decision? What? Like, wording of that's weird.
The real kill.
Okay. So it's before or after this part? Just give me a second. It should have said before or after Persuasion.
The design?
I literally
What are you
can't hit the
talking
pause.
about?
I can't like pause and load out of this. So redo. Wait, what? Downloading data apparently. So I apparently in the last hour or in the last hour and a half, Last Defense Academy got a patch. Okay. Can anyone check to see if there are patch notes and see if it's anything I need to be aware of? We'll get back there eventually. Just gotta do clicking. And pick the right thing this time. Yada yada yada. Actually, have I checked the gallery in a while? We still don't have access to that? I assumed it was an ending gallery. Do we literally not get access to this until we get 100 endings? No, I didn't mean to hit continue. I should have hit load. You can only see the ending gallery when you're in a save file. I'm an idiot. Load, not continue. Load, not continue. So how's y'all's days going? Hey sir, hey to go. Haven't seen you guys in a while. We'll see them eventually. I miss them. Surely I won't screw it up again with my load. Not continue. anything but continue. So, what did I say before? Because of the order of it, I think it means, like, after the last decision, which was accusing Eva, and so we go before decision. Go to after decision. Okay. I'm just dumb and don't know what I click sometimes.
The real killer.
Why do you hate me? That's okay. I'm mad that I didn't do Soccer War Sundays too. Doesn't mean you need to take it out on me like this. It lets us see Nago and Sur again. Thank you, Tokyo Games. Despite having awkward wording, and it should not have said after decision, it should have said after the freaking negotiation or whatever the heck. After persuasion. Should have said after persuasion. Can we get the patch to change that? Button, click load. We load the right thing. For the decision. Got it right eventually. Yada yada yada. I almost spent more time getting the right choice here than I did figuring out who the killer was. Decide your destiny. Ah, Eva can talk. It's all about Eva. Tell us who the killer is and just tell me why it's me. I'm gonna let Eva finish and not be paranoid. However, still silent and just isn't saying anything. What is the matter, Lady Eva? X got your tongue. Or do you actually not know who X is? What? Then why did you pretend like you knew? Getting this question, Eva suddenly smirked and let out a chuckle, looking as if she was mocking us. When I saw her expression, the truth dawned on me. You're afraid. You're afraid to die. New face! New scary face! You okay there, Eva? You look more mad than before you decided to kill us all. Even if you were forced to do so by X, you were still the one to kill Shoma. That is an unforgivable act. I love Shoma. He's my boy. Then you thought to yourself, I'm gonna be thrown into the cage, and this time they're never gonna let me out. Why should I stay? I'll just blow myself up and take everyone in the SDU with me. But you were afraid to face death. Never had that courage to begin with. So you decided to leave it in the hands of X, right? Act of pressing the button to activate the bomb? Oh, that's why you lied about knowing X's identity. That means you going all along with us all this time was just an act. When you said you hated Vexnus, was that a lie too? Also, you can gain our trust and gather intel while hiding in plain sight? Said nothing in response. Her lips didn't move for a second. But something else did. Her hands. Uh-oh. My body moved before my mind did. Spear! I grabbed her left wrist and shouted loudly.
Everyone!
At that, everyone made a mad scramble for the exit. Yeah, smart move. After that, she grabbed my shoulder and forced me to face her, and as I did, I saw a raised foot and... felt myself being kicked away. Ow! Landed near the exit, where there were 5 other people. They reached the gate and were not outside. The other 5 rushed to the exit on the other side and were at about the same distance as well. I stood up, looked in Eve's direction as she pinched her little finger and said...
the courage you said I didn't have?
Maybe I shouldn't have double dog dared her. I really probably shouldn't have double dog dared her. Pulled her little finger without a trace of hesitation. Note to self, don't call Eva chicken. At least I passed out again, maybe? Or hopefully I probably died and got revived.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
Because it said like it was like me and 5 people, and it looked like we were still on that side of the room, so I'm going to assume like 6 of us died but got revived.
Wow! It's finally your 80th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Heck yeah!
We have just 20 days left! The end is really in sight now! Just a bit longer until humanity is saved! Work together to protect the school and humanity, okay?
Yep, now I want to kill the invaders even more. Screw you, Eva. You're a jerk. You just shot down the power rankings. Day 80. I was already so used to waking up and finding out that I had missed a bunch of days that I was more surprised by the fact that I was somehow alive. Woo! Come to think of it, I seem to recall someone pulling me back from the Great Force just before the explosion. Guess that could be why I survived. I wonder who saved me. I don't see who it was, but I remember Lavender. I'll think about it later. Everyone okay? Oh no, if Nozomi was one of the people in the room, that's bad for her. And bad for our mental health. I stood up from the makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain, and stepped outside, and then... Hey, Nozomi's alive! What do you mean Tsubasa and Moko were gone? Hello, Bird. But your arrival still kind of brings up problems because everything has gone to F. Hello, Burb. How are you doing, Worst? Are you back from your trip? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Shout out to our buddy, the Vast Heroes. It was awesome. Not yet. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself and enjoy a bit of respite and enjoy some murder mystery while we're here. I'm bad at solving them for the most part. Or at least today's murder mystery. Exactly what I mean. They're both missing when I woke up. You were the last 3 on watch last night, right? Just popping in to send a Burb. Thank you for Burb. Burb has bring me joy. Yes, but halfway through my shift, I felt a pain in my neck, like someone had pricked me. Someone must have jabbed me with the stolen anesthetic because I blacked out. And when you woke up, they were both gone. That's what I've been trying to say. It was at this point that everyone finally noticed, hey, I'm awake. That's Takumi. I see you have decided to join us in the land of the living. 5 days no see.
Oh.
Pretty fast, all things considered. Yeah, shouldn't we look for Tsubasa and Moko? Yes, the 9 of us here will split up into groups of 3. After some discussion, we decided the following groups. Me, Nozomi, Darumi. Group 2, Takamaru, Kurara, and Kyoshika, and Haruko, Yugamu, and Ima. I get to spend time with Darumi and Nozomi. Yay, that's a fun trio. Alright, let's go find them!
And thus, we embarked on our search for Tsubasa and Moko. We visited every place in the school to see if we could find any traces of them. However, there's nowhere to be found. It's already been an hour since we started looking. Suddenly, we heard a strained voice coming from the schoolyard. Dang it, Ima, what'd you find? Teams Takumi and Takamaru, can you hear me? If so, come to the parking lot right now. If so, come to the parking lot right now. We gave each other glances before rushing to the stairwell. Takamaru's team was already in the parking lot by the time we arrived. There were a few trees near the parking lot. Haruko and Takamaru's teams were staring agape at something near the top of them. Dread started to pool in the pit of my stomach. I turned slowly and cautiously to look in the direction of their stares. What I saw was... No! No!
No!
Not Moko! Not Tsubasa! You're my favorites! You're the best! I love you both! No, baby, no! It was clear that they're both dead. Blood drained from their faces, and I feel sick to the bone. 5 of my friends are dead, and I didn't even know how my heart wasn't breaking apart. It is breaking apart! It's breaking apart a lot! I held myself together and said...
Help me lower them to the ground and move them to the infirmary.
Why are we going after the... They're going after the hearts hard right now. Why do they need hearts? Who needs hearts? Tsubasa Kawana. Cause of death, shock. Estimated time of death, day 80 between 5 and 8 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. Murder, sharp blade, 8 inches long. Too much time passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin. Impossible to revive. Moko Majiro. Shock. Day 80, 5 and 8. Lacerated carotid artery. Murder weapon. Sharp blade of unknown length. Too much time passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Why did they mention that it might have been a different blade for Moko? Now you add the paranoia of it was X and someone else who did this? Oh no. Oh no. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room turned super gloomy. We moved their bodies to the morgue. Hey, do you mind if I mention something?
Huh?
Go on, I'm just gonna chug this for a minute. My throat needs it. Oh boy. Who the heck is it? It's something I noticed about Tsubasa's back. She got her heart stolen like the... Oh, everyone knows about that. That's not a secret between me and Haruko now. Wait, how'd you know about the hearts being stolen? I decided it was not worth hiding and told them about it. Right. But I don't think the cases are related. Neither of them had their backs cut open. Then, what is it you want us to tell us about Tsubasa? So, because Haruko told everyone about it, the person no longer has a need to hide it by putting it in their back and waiting a few days for it. So they're just like, I'll just steal the hearts now. I noticed the hem of her blouse hitched up for a while we were moving her body. Rui walked over to Tsubasa and removed the sheet that was covering it. Turned over her body, pulled at the blouse so we could see the strange thing on her back. 2? Think so. Maybe a Z or an N as well. I don't know. The mark is small enough to be completely covered by a hand. Not located in the center, but more towards the left side of the spine. This is indeed curious. The purplish color even makes it look like a bruise.
Oh!
What could this number mean? Nobody had an answer to that. I'm so confused. This mystery's going to be harder than the last one. We checked Moko's back as well, but there were no markings at all, let alone one that looked like a number. Turned them both back around, closed our eyes, put our hands together to pay respect. Moko, Moko, Moko. So we clung to Moko's body and wept. Her anguish, chokes, and sobs reverberated throughout the hushed morgue. Night soon fell, and when bedtime approached, Kurara suddenly brought something up. Who the heck is that? We need to find out what the rotation was. The rotation might be a hint. A number on Tsubasa, but not on Moko. Yeah?
I found this in Tsubasa's space. Can you guys look at it?
Is there a 1? Have they added something to one of the bodies at some point? The organic life detection device. Same number as the people here.
Ain't it about time you just showed your head, X? You're one of us here, ain't ya?
No criminal in their wrong mind would happily come forward to identify themselves when asked.
How about this, X? Fess up and we promise not to throw your sick little butt in jail. Come on, help us out here. Are we only talking to X right now? Say what? X instructed someone to kill Kako and Shoma. What if it's the same thing here? Don't you go putting weird ideas in my head. You're basically saying there are 2 killers among us.
Whatever the case, we should probably be sleeping together. I agree. X should still have some of that anesthesia left. Another option is to increase the number of people on watch, but it's probably safer for everyone to just sleep in their own rooms.
What do you think, Takumi?
I folded my arms across my chest and thought long and hard before saying anything, yeah. Going back and sleeping in our rooms might be best at this point. I agree. On the condition that no one opens their door until the morning announcement. Are we clear?
Oh boy.
Murder investigation time. We need to interview Kurara.
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine!
Does Kurara have anything more to say about this whole thing?
Get ready for your 81st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
I didn't black out despite having gone through so many stressful events yesterday. I don't know why. It wasn't like I'd been cured of the fainting disease. During the day, we split into groups to investigate the deaths of Tsubasa and Moko. We didn't find a single clue. That's bad. That's really bad. And soon the sun started setting. Darkness took over. No idea who killed Gaku, Moko, or Tsubasa, or
Hey,
Sir.
soldiers, it's time to...
Happened right after bedtime announcement played. Great. Sound of the doorbell sent a chill up my spine. Is X coming for me? With the thoughts through my mind, I gingerly made my way to the door. I was greeted by a familiar voice. I know what you're thinking, Takumi. Maybe Hiriko is X, right? You're wrong. I am not X. You say that, but just listen to me. I need to tell you something. You're likely innocent because you did not have the detonator for Eva's bomb. For that reason, I trust you and want to tell you something that I have remembered. And what is that? I'm going to the morgue now. If you trust me, meet me there. I will be waiting for you. Sure. Like, the only person I trust is Takamaru. That's the only person I think is innocent, based on everything I've seen. I believe Hiriko is X, but Haima is very highly unlikely. I hid my infuser under my clothes and, as precaution, ran directly to the morgue.
I've got max level side sweep and stab. I can handle you, Uriko. You don't have minions to feed on. I've never met an idiot as stupendously naive as you. Did you ever consider what would happen to you if I really had been X? But you said you weren't!
Oh.
Only a gullible idiot would believe a potential suspect is not a bloodthirsty serial killer because they said so. Ah, pick up attack. Pick up attack! Oh boy. I grit my teeth in frustration, then said, "Anyway, what is it that you remembered?" Walked over to Boss's dead body without a word. Stopped in front of the body, removed the sheet. She turned the body over before lifting the blouse. That strange number we saw yesterday. What the heck about it? This is her liver mortis code? Liver mortis code? Liver mortis code. It's a unique number that appears on the back of all SCU members when they lose almost all their cryptoglobin? All three, like Gaku, Shoma, and Kako are all lost their cryptoglobin. It was all drained after death. It was all drained through the stabbing, or in Kako's case, she was drained after death. Why? We just had these numbers this whole time? Only those from Team 1 have this. Where'd you hear about this? That is a 3-day long story. I can tell you another time. All I can tell you now is that this is a very reliable piece of information. They lost their cryptoglobins, then their bath got... Oh! So did the other 3 have it, but that part of their back is where the hole was cut? Move Shoma's body next, removing the sheet cover. Then she flipped his body around so that his back was facing up. Okay, got it now. Shoma too. I believe X must have done this. But when? We've been moving in groups ever since he died. Well, there was just one sliver of opportunity X could have taken advantage of. And when's that? When Eva self-destructed. Everyone got caught in the blast and were knocked out. It was the next morning by the time we regained consciousness. X must have woken up sooner than the rest of us and... showed me Ito and Gaku's back cavities next, and finally she turned Kako's body. We have 4 cases on hand. Every wound is the same shape. X used the same method to remove their hearts from their bodies. But not someone from Team 2. It's the code. It's the code for the distress signal. Is that it? It has... I'm guessing that has to be it. The code for the distress signal, because they said only the last person remaining at School 1 would be able to do it, so... Why would only one be able to do it? Because, like, unless they were able to predict, like, the one person who lives, that feels like it shouldn't make sense. Oh boy, what are we getting into? Just seems that way. What do you see when you look at this wound? Outline is defined, like they were cut open with a scalpel or something. Oh yeah, it's the exact same location. That has to be it. The part of their back with the code on it was cut out. Well done. Same for Moko. Haven't you been listening? The liver mortis code only shows up on Team 1. She's from Team 2. Her back is code-free. After saying that, Haruko returned the bodies to their original position. Why would X do such a thing? I'm guessing it's because they don't want us to learn about their existence. If the bodies were left in their original state, somebody was bound to notice the code sooner or later, but they weren't able to get Tsubasa quick enough.
Oh.
So they cut out the part with the code in order to keep them hidden from us. I took out the hearts too. Maybe the red hearts is a red herring. Think about it. What would be the first thing to come to your mind if you saw multiple bodies only had a certain part of their back cut away? I would think there was something on our bodies as well. See, now you're getting it. You would think X is targeting something invisible on that part of our body. And what do you do with that information? For example, I would cut that part of my body before X could get their hand on it. Cover it with something like a tattoo or a soaring dragon.
Oh.
X would likely be highly inconvenienced if we did that. That is why they took out the heart as well. They wanted us to believe their target was not that patch of skin on our backs, but the heart. That's why X did it. So that still leaves us with one question, and that is, I'll explain later. You see, X's objective has to do with the knowledge of the Liver Mortis code. Our current hypothesis is that X cut out that particular part of the skin. So how did X know about that? We can't rule out any from Class 2, because we know Nago is kind of a loose lips with a lot of information. It's possible Nago leaked the information to them accidentally, or to one of them, and that person is doing all of it. Not because they were avoiding skin collectors, but simply to stop us from knowing about the existence of the codes. I feel super duper amazing, 100% confident. Aima would not kill his sister for a code. So, and I don't think Takamaru can be X because of the Shoma death. The first Shoma death. I don't think it's Hiroko, because why is she telling me all this?
Oh.
Why set up the red herring? Because if X's objective was only to know what the codes were, they would have simply gotten rid of the bodies once they saw it. They could have tossed the bodies into the wall of fire, buried them in the forest, yet X did none of these things. I'm not sure, but maybe they needed the bodies to be left in the morgue for some reason. I think so too, yes. Clearly X wanted to leave the bodies in the morgue. But by doing so, it would allow us to find out about the existence of the code. That is why they went through the trouble of setting up such a complicated red herring, removing the skin and hearts of those already dead. But the question is, why does X want the bodies preserved? That's what I'm trying to find out. Put that aside for now and talk about something else. Why does X want to know the Liver Mortis code? Has to do with, yes, already figured that out. The transmitter the boy of the Undying Flame told us about. But we knew about the holes before that, so someone told someone before. Presumably Sir or Nago told someone. The correct series of codes he mentioned must be referring to the Liver Mortis code. 10 people on Team 1, entering 9 of our codes, will summon the rescue crate. It's just individual numbers, though! We just put in, like, literally 9 numbers? Because knowing the Liver Mortis codes of 9 people indicates that 9 people have entered total death. Total death. It means the complete cessation of life. In this state, a person is impossible to revive. And how did you come across this? Same way I came across the previous, by remembering. 3-day long story you're talking about? I'll explain further when the time is more on our side. For now, our priority is to identify X. Do you understand now? Do you understand why I said X's objective is to find out the Liver Mortis code? X is trying to summon the Registry Rat. Very likely. So that they can leave the school? Quite so. Which means X already knows where the distress signal transmitter is located. They eliminated Takamaru, but Takamaru's one of the only people who could physically find a place if there was like another hollowed out room. Because the Liver Mortis codes would be useless otherwise. That's the logical line of reasoning. Keep going. And assess the DST ourselves, we can find the clue to the identity.
Oh.
And that is why I'm going to start looking for the distress signal transmitter now. Care to join me? Almost midnight. What are you, 5? Alright. Could it be Darumi from the missing time sheet we had with her? Haruko and I ran around the school all night in search, but we found nothing. It's almost 6. If we're not in a room, everyone's gonna get suspicious. Yes, we should call it a day. Just as Hiroko is about to finish her sentence. Hey, Karara. Hide yourself. What you doing, Tomato Head? You made the rule we should never go anywhere alone, remember? Why is Karara wandering around by herself, then? Oh yeah, I did make that rule. I should be suspicious about that. Peered around from the corner to see where Karara was going. He vanished in the direction of the staircase. The sound of footsteps on the floor above us became softer and softer until we heard the roof door close. She went upstairs. I mean, we're on the ground floor. Just came from the staircase. Why would she come down the stairs just to go up again? She didn't come down the stairs. Is there a hidden staircase? Started investigating the area around the staircase, groping around the wall surface to see if we can find anything, and then... Hello!
What is this?
Dirty door!
A secret door.
Let's see what's inside.
Yes.
Gonna have to remember that this exists. I'm sure... No way it'll come up in another timeline. No chance. And behind the door was a staircase leading
Kudara
down
didn't come
into blackness.
downstairs.
She came up from here.
So, at the end of this staircase...
Yes. There's something to be discovered for sure. Let's go see.
Huh? What? Freezer, razor wire, purple tubes. Why is Danganronpa blood being stored here? I can't believe we're still discovering a new place on day 82. It's frickin' freezing in here. Your unfunny joke made the heat of the room shrivel up and die. I didn't make a joke. There is a device of some sort in the middle of this room. Haruko and I approached the device and stared at the display monitor. And that's how the code works. It has pictures of us. Great. There was a user manual of sorts in the bottom left of the screen which reads... Stress signal transmitter. Enter the Livermore's code of each SDU member in the blank space on the screen, and a distress signal is transmitted when 9 correct codes are entered. Should a single incorrect code be entered, poisonous gas will be released from a tank behind the device. Oh, it's poison, great. This is a special gas designed to instantly dissolve all types of physical objects. Neither a gas mask nor a biohazard suit of any kind is going to protect you. Great. This is the distress signal transmitter we were looking for. To think it was here the whole time. Alright, super cool discovery. In my excitement, I'm looking around the rest of the room. My blood went cold, I wonder why. I saw something I hadn't noticed initially because all of my attention was on the device. It's in the corner of the room. No, that's not an object. What is it? Is it that box? Oh no! Oh no! X was right in front of us the whole time. He's been dead for a long time. I was thinking Copy was going to come into this. How long has Copy been here? Can I picture the day when this happened? Did Copy couldn't have infiltrated like before day 10? And we brought them over like day 4? Or day 5? Not Copy, someone with the voice changer. Yeah, someone has the voice changer. So it's not... Where'd Copy go this way, then? So, who the heck is it? We know she took the mask off. We saw her face. Like day 25 or so? When Kiyashika took it off. Yeah, we lost the voice changer at like day 26 or day 27. Who did it? It can't be Veshnis, is it? We last saw Karara's face on day 26. When Kiyashika took off the mask. Then she spent all night looking for it. So somewhere between day 26 and day 27 is probably when it happened. Karara Osazuki's dead body.
What? We have to take her to the infirmary.
Don't bother. A dead body doesn't freeze up that badly within an hour or so.
So, she's been dead for a long time?
You have eyes? Can you not see? This is definitely Kurara Osazuki. I know because I've seen her real face before. The one beneath her usual tomato head mask.
I've seen her face before too.
On that note, do you remember who we just crossed paths with?
Yes. Someone dressed like Kurara.
But the real Kurara is here. Which means...
Who the heck was that?
Good question.
One
I
thing
don't
is
know.
for sure. That person is none other than X themselves.
Yep. Gonna be Veshnis. What? We have story locks? Of course we have story locks. You have arrived at story lock 3. You will not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Try exploring other branches for now. So, alright. It's either one of the commanders, Veshnis most likely, or other timeline. I was trying to avoid jumping to other timeline because I feel I was relying on that too much in earlier streams, talking about theories. But it's either other timeline or it's a commander, I think. I don't know how else it could be. Unlock conditions, reach story lock 2. So, this is probably ending 100. This probably leads to either ending 99 or ending 100. Gotta go back to learn Hiriko's deal in the Alive Ito half, or go back to do the killing game, or kill Ito, or go another way entirely. I know where I'm going, but, like, first let's go ahead and get this wrong. Let's get this one wrong and get this ending, because I assume this ending will be pretty short. Let's go ahead and guess who killed Shoma wrong. Or killed Kako wrong. Because I know the next path I'm doing. Yeah. Let's hurry up so I can be wrong and get another ending on the counter. Who do we want to accuse? Just for fun, let's accuse Ima. The real killer is you. I'm a Sakuma. What are you talking about, Mrs. Samino? This is not funny at all. You're accusing me of killing my own dear sister. I trusted you, Mrs. Samino. I trusted you. I trusted you. What is the basis of this accusation, Takumi? Kaku's dead body was found. Okay, I thought it was just... We're getting special dialogue for accusing Ima. When Kaku's dead body was found, Ima wasn't present, so... Is that all? You're accusing someone of killing their very own flesh and blood based on such shaky reasoning. The others had their suspicion too, but no one dared make an accusation because there's simply no proof. But here you are, pinning the crime on the victim's older brother without producing a single piece of evidence. The existence of storylocks is one of the biggest reasons I've been encouraging not taking. You're going to be doing a lot of route jumping for the sake of mysteries. Encouraging not taking? Note-taking. Encouraging note-taking, okay. Yeah, gonna be jumping around. You've got some nerve. I didn't expect to get a unique dialogue option for accusing Ima. I wonder if everyone has one or just because Ima's, like, the big choice. I think Mr. Samino is the killer. Shielding me from the blast was a ploy to make himself look innocent. You read my mind. I took. I agree. Dang it, Shoma. One after another, they voice their arguments. Leave us with no choice but to lock you up. Wait, there's a mistake. I'm just... In the end, I was detained. What possessed me to say that? I don't know. Day 100. No, day 99. I had no idea how long I was kind of knocked out, but when I opened, I saw the cage was unlocked. Pushed the door open and went outside. I'm sure this timeline's going to be a lot better. Will we get different deaths? Where I found...
Darumi.
Yep, we had different death orders and different death methods slightly. Hey, Darumi. I didn't even need to check. She's super gone. Touched her arm. It was scaly and dry. Turned Darumi was a lizard person the whole time. Checked her back and saw the large gaping hole.
Why would someone do this?
You know that. I put the disturbing thoughts aside and quickly continued searching for the others, and my next destination is the library. As soon as I entered, I saw...
Yoshika!
Oh, she keeps dying and looking gray. Her back was still intact, her heart wasn't stolen. Oh, what's going on in the gym? Uh-oh. Bad times in the gym. Checked everyone's bodies, they were all cold just like Toru.
Maybe.
Basa, Yugamu, Moko, Ima, Kiyashika. Where's Nozomi? Clinging to the ray of hope, I moved everyone to their infirmary, but... Too much time had passed since death. Impossible to revive. Felt nothing but sadness. I simply turned over their dead bodies, mechanically and emotionlessly. Yuriko, Tsubasa, and Ima's hearts had been dug out. Barara, Moko, and Yugamu's backs were intact. No longer capable of having reasonable thought. It's all a fog. I left the building and walked around the back. What greeted me there was a familiar sight.
Shoma.
Hey, you died in the same spot. Good on you, buddy. Wonder where my own heart had gone. I don't feel it beating. Just felt like time stopped. But time hasn't stopped, as proven by the gradual darkening of my surroundings. Wandered around the academy with no purpose until I finally stumbled on the 10th dead body. Takamaru,
Takimaru.
and Eva.
Ava.
Screw you, Eva. Check Takamaru's back. His heart was taken. Eva untouched. Where's our buddy Nozomi? Stood rooted to the spot in a daze for quite some time. Then a passing, soundless breeze blew past. The breeze jolted me to my senses, and the gears in my head started turning again. I'm curious if, like, while we were passed out, they dug the section out of our back, if that's possible. If, like, you dig the part of the back while they're still alive, if it'll show up. 11. Let's put in the cage in day 50. How many survivors were there? Including myself, there were 13. Very next moment. Hey, Nozomi. Or X. I was still alive, and I realized I'm going to be dead in 2 seconds, but I had no way of telling if that prediction of mine was true or not, because by then, my existence had been erased from the world. What ending we got here? And this ending is... the endings get better based on the lock. 93, Lost in Darkness. Like it more than that, like it more than that. I think I'm going to rank this between Dance of the Purple Flames and Pinky Promise for my favorite routes on this one. Mystery. Lost in Darkness. Because we are very stupid. There wasn't anything over here, right? Didn't think there was. Just a big ol' lock. Also, need to edit the title before I forget. 15%. Quadruple checking. No choice branches that I'm forgetting about. We only have this one, which is, do we join Invader Hunt? Do we try to leave? But I'm not interested in that. Also, I ain't revealing my secret. I ain't telling them I'm time traveling. That seems like the worst idea. Instead, what happens if we don't slip and fall in love? What happens if we refuse to kiss our beloved Haruko? This is the next branch we're going down, but it's probably going to be a long session. And Voice is already feeling it. So let us take a break for now while we leave and go refresh, go eat, and all that fun stuff. Let's get back to the tile screen. Wait, no. Yeah, we can get back to the tile screen for a second. I think you should do 2 days. Okay. I will trust you. I've got enough in me. I will at least finish that day where we were on the roof. I will do that because I remembered something else I want to do. I can go another 20-30 minutes. But not more than that. Let's go to the timeline where all of the paranoia about parallel worlds began. Parallel worlds are real. Right before the decision. Before I knew it, I was totally about to not kiss. I did want to check what the endings look like from here. That's not there. It's in gallery. I can't How do I check gallery? Claire de Lune. We didn't get any Claire de Lune in the mystery timeline. How sad. The only time you can check gallery is in free time. Got it. So never. I'm never going to be able to check gallery ever. That's what you're saying to me.
Why did you hear about the Revivomatic?
No.
It was damaged pretty badly. Sire and Nigo have made some repairs, so we should be alright.
We'll be alright eventually.
We can at least revive each other again, but it's not completely fixed yet. They said one part of it is still badly damaged.
Ruko's eyes are still
The
fixed on the
way they
scenery.
light up the night like this, they're really quite beautiful.
I love this scene so much. And Haruko's voice actress is, wow, killing it.
The Undying Flames?
Yes, the same flames that will raise this world to the ground. What are you doing here, anyway?
End of day 10 will be the perfect way to demonstrate. I trust you. I trust you. We'll see where it goes.
Do you really have to ask? It's the night of day 9. You promised to tell me everything if I made it this far. I've done everything you asked. Followed all your instructions without question.
Gonna tell us everything she knows, and we'll see if it adds context to anything else
So
we've
now
seen.
it's your turn. It's time for you to keep your promise.
Scent is lavender. I wonder who pulled us out of that room. Like, I was, for a second, I was like, is Lavender Haruko or was that Nozomi? Lavender is Haruko. That's an important note to make. Lavender is Haruko. Hiruko. Why did I say Haruko?
No. It's not over yet.
Why not?
My instructions. I have one last order for you to carry out.
What is it?
Kiss me.
Still the best.
Huh?
Like, that moment is just one of my favorite moments of the playthrough. It just brings a confused smile to my face. And it led me down the route of stupidity, and I do love myself a stupid route. Okay, this is a trick. Maybe it'll let us actually kiss her this time. We have to do it twice before the kiss goes through. I want to, but we gotta learn the truth. We can't go down the romance rabbit hole again. Whether she's joking or not does not make a difference. This was an order that I'm not willing to follow. I can't kiss Hiroko, not with how I feel about Karua. Or Nozomi. I'm still not sure whether those two are the same person or not. Still super confusing. When I thought about them, I can't go through with this. So I didn't say or do anything. He didn't speak either. Sat there in silence, gazing at the undying flames flickering in the distance. After what seemed like a long time, Hiroko finally broke the silence.
You didn't think I was serious, did you?
She was.
Honestly, you're just as naive as ever.
A faint smile played across her lips for a moment. She got to her feet. Left without saying another word. Didn't have a chance to stop her and was left all on my own. Once again, Hiroko had avoided telling me the truth because she's a jerk. She seemed so fragile, so vulnerable. Like, if I called out to her now, she would just disappear. Despite all that, I have an answer. Just now, Hiroko said I was as naive as ever. Weird way to talk about someone you only known 9 days. Those words, along with everything else that happened, starting to add up. Haruko's like me. Not the same Haruko that started out here in this
She's
timeline.
also a time traveler.
Something like that. See how day 10 goes.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
We're going for Tux on day 10?
Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wow, look at you guys, making it into double digits.
Never thought we'd do it. What? Hello. This is a supplemental broadcast. Well, ignore the announcement about celebrating your milestone. I already unlocked all the classrooms.
Hey!
This means you don't have anything special today. Let's use this time to train extra hard, okay? Do I get free time? Training, huh? Gotta be making time for that today. I kinda had something important to deal with. No, it sounds like they want to give us free time. Namely, picking things up where I left off with Haruko. Blew me off again last night, and I'm getting tired of this. Today's the day I get the truth out of her, and just saying it is one thing. How do I get it out of her? If Claire de Lune didn't get out of her, I don't know what will. I kinda refused her final order. It means the deal's off. I tried with a straightforward approach, she's just gonna blow me off again. What else do I do? Sounds like a cliche, but what if I give her a present? Something special that'll show her I really care. I don't know anything that would move Hiroko that much. No, that's not true. I got something for her on the report card. See, we can give her a snake plushie. I can't think of anything that'll move Hiroko that much. Thought about it a while longer, but I still haven't come up with anything. I'll just ask the others. So after breakfast, set out trying to find a way to get a gift for Hiroko. Alright, who do I talk to about this? Kiyashika, do you think I should get her a sword? Can I borrow the massager I gave you? Something that would touch Lady Haruko's heart. I am not sure how useful this would be, but I believe she likes cats. Cats? Hiroko gets even better. Didn't know it was possible. You know, the furry creatures that go meow. She had a pet one back in the complex. He admires their independence, their ability to work at night, and their hunting habits. Apparently, they remind her of herself in that way. Cats, huh? If I may, I have been wondering about Saito. Do you really think he could have broken out of the cage without any assistance? If he had a bunch of balloons and could reach the levers, yeah. Something bothering you about the theory? It may be nothing, but something curious happened 2 days ago on the night of the 8th, after we all assembled in the cafeteria. When I heard there was to be no post-battle celebration, I wandered to the courtyard for air. When I was there, I heard a voice coming from the animal pens. It was Saito, of course. He requested that I close the drain at the corner of the grounds. The sound of the water was keeping him awake. Even a prisoner deserves humane treatment, and I thought it could not possibly do any harm. So you did it? Yes. I have no idea how that could have helped him escape. Thank you, other timeline. Son of a gun. Balloon abusing son of a gun. Shoma, what you got? You gonna kill anyone? Oh, Takumi, are you here to help me train?
I'm still so weak. I feel like I might keel over if an invader just looked at me hard enough. Sorry, that's Takamaru's thing. I want to talk about something else. Something that will make Hiruko open up her heart. I can think of one thing. Soft vinyl. What, like plastic? Huh? Yes, like a doll made of soft vinyl. Although doll isn't the right word. Maybe a figure. It's not just human-shaped one she likes after all. Did Haruko tell you she likes action figures? That's right, she used to collect them in the complex. A sadistic ice queen like her secretly being a passionate toy collector. That's kind of cute, don't you think? Those are some surprisingly strong terms coming from Shoma. Speaking of toys, 2 days ago, Ito asked me for something. Balloons? I remembered now, and it might have something to do with how he escaped. What'd he ask for? Some sturdy rubber balloons. Really? Really? Okay. Empty ones, of course. Not already inflated. There were about 100 of them. If I do this path first, I 100% get the frickin' Who Killed Shoma, or Who Killed Shoma right the first time. Starting to think there might not have been a K. Yeah. 100! I made them using the Gift-O-Matic, and I gave them to him that morning, along with breakfast. He said he wanted them to help strengthen his diaphragm, and help improve his lung capacity. I can respect strengthening the diaphragm. You want to be able to sing from the diaphragm. Ah! I didn't believe that was all there was to it, of course, but I didn't see how it could hurt, so I gave them to him anyway. Dang it, Shoma. Alright, let's see how the twins are doing. The totally alive twins. I miss you, Kako! Wait, what? Oh yeah, we locked him in this room now. Oh, for a second I was just like, why isn't Ito in the cage? I forgot we put him in Strange Room. Guess I should make that note. So many things I'm not gonna remember. Alright, Kako, what you gotta say?
Aha!
Please don't disturb the crime scene, Mr. Samino. The world's greatest mystery-solving twins are working the case here. A case. Isn't it obvious? The sad or scandalous Atsuki disappearance for short. Why is the short version longer? Have you found clues? Not yet, but there is one thing that is interesting. Takumi, did you notice anything strange about the courtyard when we came here last night? Not really. The ground was damp. The whole place was soaked. There are a lot of plants here, so there is a lot of moisture around. But it was a lot wetter than usual yesterday. It was like the courtyard had been doused by sprinklers or something. I didn't notice that at all, but what's that got to do with the sad case? That's the question we aim to answer during this investigation. Ground in the courtyard's wet. That's weird. I asked Simon for Kako for details about what might make Haruko open her heart to me. And to their credit, one of them gave me the matter of some serious thought before answering. I've not really spoken to Haruko. Me neither. I don't think I can tell you anything useful. That sucks. Maybe this will make up for it. What's this? It's a piece of poop.
Thanks, Kako. Thanks for the caca. What? She's kidding. It looks like some kind of animal fossil to me. I couldn't tell you what kind of animal it was, though. We found it while looking for Ito before. It looks rare, doesn't it? Here you go. Oh, waiting for a reply, she pressed a strange fossil in my hand. I have no reason to refuse to take it, but I figured maybe it'll come in useful. Where did this come from? Let's talk to our buddy Ito, our best friend in the world, whether he likes it or not. Hey, buddy.
Ah,
Hello, Takumi. I've been thinking about when you visited me a while back. You said, "You're alive! You're alive! You're alive! You are so alive!" I've been trying to figure out what you could have possibly experienced to make you say that, and what? You really want to know? I'll go into the crazy theories along with you. Let me get out of here. I promise I'll tell you then. So that's just another ruse. Was it, though? I assure you, I have a very convincing theory. Parallel worlds are real. As if anyone's gonna fall for that, I glared at Ito for a moment in silence. You did let me out. I could be useful. I could act as your advisor, help you out with any little thing that you don't want anyone else knowing about. Not interested. You're the one who's visiting me. Why are you even here? Not to hear what I have to say. Came here for ideas of how to talk to Hiroko. I don't know why I went to you for my dating advice. Even if Ito did know anything, he's the last person I want help from. Don't look at me like that. I might just have to tell everyone about the other thing, you know? Which other thing? About you coming from the future? You still haven't told them, have you? I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's a secret between you and me, best buddy. And a secret this important isn't something you blurt out in the heat of the moment, no. I'm saving it for the right moment. Suddenly I noticed something sticking out of Ito's pocket. I reached forward and pulled it out. What's this? Can't you tell? You're really stupid if you don't know what that is. That's a balloon. Not just any balloon. It's made of special rubber that makes it super sturdy. I stared at the balloon in my hand, trying to piece things together. You can have it if you like. There's plenty more where that came from. I shoved it in my pocket and left. Good to see you, buddy. Free time doesn't exist, so we can't upgrade anything. Then we talk to the vanilla baby. Hey, Moko. Hey! Takumi, perfect timing. Can I put you in a Cobra Twist real quick? Yeah, sure, anything for you. Fine, I'd rather you didn't. Then what are you even doing here? What is there to do in a gym besides wrestling? I agree. There's tons of stuff. It's okay, I get it. You come to interrogate me about that thing, right? Well, it's true. I opened up the valve in the fountain in the courtyard all the way. What about it? You saying that could have had something to do with Ito's escape? I didn't say anything about this, but yeah, this is important. I wonder if this could have had something to do with Ito's escape. Gasp. Tell me more about this. Well, it was yesterday, real early in the morning. Say 1 a.m. Felt really hot and I couldn't sleep, so went for a walk in the courtyard. I ended up talking to that Ito guy. I've been wondering just how high that fountain over there can reach. Maybe you'd be good enough to turn it up for me? Once he mentioned it, I got curious too. I opened up that valve and the water started shooting out like a geyser. And you just left it like that? Yeah, Ito asked me to. Said watching it might help him sleep. That's suspicious. Wasn't sure what it meant yet, but I should remember that. I have to focus on Hiroko. Switch gears, ask Moko what she thinks she'd like. Thought for a moment before... I don't know how much this helps, but she once told me she likes stuff that comes in sets of 3 colors. 3 colors? Yeah, spotlights, sports medals, that kind of thing. Even wine, that's got red, white, and rosé. Oh, and another thing. She reached into her hood and pulled something. Sanshokupan? 3 flavors in one bun. Got it from the cafeteria. I was gonna eat later, but I got plenty of it. You can have this one. Sure. Thank you, Moko. She brings me all the pleasures of life. Alright, time to give a gift. A calico. Calico figurine. Yeah. Alright, it's done. I just have to give this to Hiroko. I don't want to give it to Hiroko. Can I just put this in my room? I want this. He's cute. Took me a while to figure out where she was. Sometime after sunset, someone told me she went to her room, so hurried over there. Alright, now that we're not at the edge of a roof, if you want to give me that last instruction thing, you could do that if you wanted. Takumi, what are you doing here? Haven't you heard of knocking? Okay, that actually wasn't my bad. I should have knocked first. What? I don't know if it's your kind of thing or not, but I handed the calico cat figure to Haruko. I don't understand. It's a present for you. You might like it as we play the jazz music in the background for the romantic vibes. Hiroko stared at the little plastic figure. Tears filled her eyes. Wait, tears? Wasn't ready for this. I didn't think she'd like it that much. Not possible. What do you mean? Possibly have known. About what? She didn't reply. She just put the cat figure in her pocket. There's more going on here than I realized, but hey, I got through to her. That's clear. Pressing my advantage, I looked in her eyes and asked again. Haruko, please, tell me the truth. The truth about you. Exposition. No, not exposition. The opposite of exposition. Stupid persuasion game. What is this? Just suddenly giving me a gift. Are you trying to buy me out with material goods?
You must think I'm a fool. Did you think giving me a present would get me to spill my guts to you?
No, I just wanted to give you a kitty.
Please don't project your ridiculous ideals onto me.
I just wanted to give you a kitty.
Paltry trinket isn't enough to change my mind.
I would give it to her anyway.
Come on, that's not what I'm doing at all. Ugh.
I just wanted to express myself to you. I love you. I thought it'd help you understand that I'm acting in good faith. Or at least you'd see how super serious I am. Nothing is more serious than giving a girl a little kitty figurine.
Anyway, a promise is a promise. You couldn't meet the conditions I laid out. You didn't follow my final order. Therefore, I have no obligation to tell you anything.
You actually meant that? I know it wasn't going to work, but I wanted to say it.
You actually meant that?
Really? You really wanted me to do that? Are you completely insane? Of course not. I was just teasing you. Stop jumping to conclusions. Doesn't matter now. I'll retry. I just wanted to say that.
Are you trying to buy me over with material goods?
That's not it.
Come on, that...
Anyway, a promise is a promise. You couldn't meet the conditions I laid out.
It's probably not even that first one, because I don't think any of these three seem right. I should look at that. Not fair for you to expect me to follow that kind of crazy order. You know I couldn't do it. Because that's true. I ventured to ask the impossible. So is it a branch? And that's just a complete dead-end branch?
Are you trying to buy me over with material goods?
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Honesty is not the best policy?
Are you trying to buy me over with material good?
Let's try that last option.
Come on.
Anyway,
Alright. Apparently that's what she wants to hear.
But
Sure.
what are you talking about?
I don't really follow what you're saying. So be it.
ugh. Oh,
Although,
well, there is something on my mind.
what is it?
Oh?
We're stable.
Huh.
Let me just ask this. Why would you give me something like that to me? A calico cat figure.
What made you pick this to give to me of all things?
Thought you'd like it.
It's like I told you before. Ah.
I somehow knew you'd like it, mainly because I talked to everyone else and also solved a mystery along the way.
Oh. Ugh.
It's true, I do like calico toys. Being totally honest with you, I was happy you gave it to me.
But how? How did you know? My fondness for soft vinyl figures. You couldn't possibly have known about that.
You
So how?
told me yourself? You're gonna try to trick her into thinking she told us in a different
Hideko,
timeline?
You told me yourself. Ah.
I asked Kiyashika, Shoma, and Moko about you. That was just an
Ah.
excuse. I knew long before I asked any of them. I swear it. The fact that you like cats and collect calico toys? Like I said, I remember you telling me yourself. How could you? That's impossible. Some kind of mistake. I guess I have your thanks for the calico toy.
Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm glad she likes it.
I'm just glad you liked it.
Hey, wait, what'd you say just now? What do you mean that's impossible? Never mind, don't worry about it. How am I supposed to? I told you it's some kind of mistake.
There's no way you could have known.
I do know.
I do know.
I know all too well. What is it you think you know exactly? All the pain, all the suffering you've been through?
Watch your mouth. Are you insane?
You've been hurting all on your own. Let me be there for you, Hirako.
All on your own.
Whole time, shouldering the burden alone. Isn't that right? Stop it.
Ah.
I guess if there's something weighing you down, I want a piece of that burden. No, not just a piece.
Listen to me, Hiruko. All of the pain and suffering you're feeling,
I'll share it with you, like a couple.
I'll share it with you.
Takumi,
Hiruko, we can build a new future.
together.
One where nobody has to die. A future where we all make it to day 100 with a smile.
Ignore that we kind of did that in the romance route.
Not just day 100, day 101, day 102, and every day after that too.
This is basically a marriage proposal.
Let's create a future where we can live happily forever. But if we're going to make that happen, you need to tell me everything. So please, tell me, Hiruko. So we can make the perfect future that we all deserve. Together.
Yeah! Video game marry me. We agreed Takumi just proposed. That 100% was a proposal. Takumi, are you sure you can handle it? The truth is a lot more cruel than you think. And once you hear it, there will be no going back.
Oh,
Are you prepared for that? Do you still want to know?
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
oh.
Alright. I'll tell you. Promise me one thing first. Whatever you might learn, don't let it destroy you. What are the odds that this is gonna break my mind? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I look in her eyes. Yeah, I promise. Seemed to accept my resolve. Left the room and took me outside. What are we doing out here? I want us to see the satellite. Does she know what happens up there at the end of Route Zero? The shimmering artificial satellite hung in the void of
It's
space.
so far away from us. Almost impossibly far. It looks so big. So close. Like we could reach out and touch it. But we'll never actually get there. Or more accurately, we've never got there.
Yep. We're going to have to go through a lot of routes and unlock that last one to have a chance.
Even after everything we've tried, it's always just out of reach.
Everything we've tried?
Oh,
You've probably figured this out already. I'm a time traveler, just like you. Hesitated, but yeah, I nodded.
oh.
But this isn't a one-time only. I've lived through these 100 days countless times. Every time, things play out a little differently. Create all kinds of conflicts. I've experienced all those variations. All of the branching timelines that results for the different choices we make. That's why I've always been able to tell when the next attack is coming.
Oh.
And all of this doesn't just apply to me. There's someone else? Oh, and that's you talking to me. Okay. I was about to say, there's a third? I was about to scream. Ah! You've also experienced our 100 days countless of times before. What is she talking about? I'm just confused. I blurted out the first thing that came in my head. That can't be right. This is only my second time. No, it's not. This is like my 6th time. No, I have 14 endings, so this is like my 15th time. You've been through this just as much as me. Over and over again in an endless loop. Even now, this is only the most recent in a long series of 100-day cycles. You just can't remember the others. No. No, it can't be.
Strictly speaking, neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are. This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop.
Yay.
That goes for me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
What's the difference? We're stuck in the 100-day loop. Oh, come on! You have arrived at Storylock 1. You will not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Try exploring other branches for now. Reach endings 34, 36, 72, 76. And of course, none of those I've reached because all the ones I've done are in the 60s and 90s. Okay. I was so excited for that route. And I got nothing. The difference is that Takumi will never remember his loops, as it's not traveling, but a reset. Got a long goal. We've got 2 of the locks. Where the heck do I go from here? What are our choices? We got tell people the truth about time traveling. We got leave the school, and we've got play the killing game. So we've got 3 choices to go into next time, and I don't know what I'm going to go with. Where's that free day? Where's that one free day? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go into the free day. There it is. Precious, precious free time. I can do what I want. It's like a dream come true. I'm gonna do what I want, then we'll stop for the night. Day. Not nearly nighttime. I can cheat. I can cheat. Hey, Tsubasa, whatever. Tell me about that mask that I wish I'd remembered the information about like 2 hours ago. Unfortunately, I didn't remember that 2 hours ago, and I screwed up. And would have kept screwing up. I'm surprised that we didn't have to have an ending with the balloons on here. Where we figured that out in court. Which makes me think, are we going to find the balloon thing out in another storyline? Is that going to be a repeated thing that happens a lot? I'm going to make potions and/or fences, and they can't stop me. Also, gallery. That's not the list of endings. That's not the ending gallery, because there's an entirely separate thing for that. What is question mark? What? Pinky Promise, Purple Flames, Terminated, Kind Heart Well Done, Revenge, Lost in Darkness. Let's just go to some happier endings up here. Graduation Day, Living the Dream, with the frickin' cult. We have the cult ending. Baby Real Best ending. How I Feel, Dreams Come True, 1, 2, and 3, and Foot Kiss. I can't believe there's a Foot Kiss ending still. Oh, the question mark is free time bond events. You just haven't gotten them. Okay. Alright. Can I make potions? I can make potions. I have the stuff for it. It's rocks I don't have, so I can't build fences. Do I want more desperations? I don't think I want more desperations yet. I think I'd rather get this. And can't make anything else, and I can't make anything else because I'm out of rock and cloth. So, I'm going to do that off stream. I'm going to cheese it and make myself, I'm going to go exploring for myself in my free time and actually get to play this off stream. And I'm going to go get some cloth. Then I'm going to repeat free time, and I'm going to get myself some